Like he says in his post, he only had 3 meetings with me. 3 hours was all it took for Roderick to go from 22 on TOEFL Speaking to 26 on TOEFL Speaking. Congratulations to Roderick going from 22 to 26 on TOEFL Speaking. Roderick is now finished with his TOEFL and moving on with his physical therapy career. Roderick is a physical therapist. He is my PT friend, originally from the Philippines, and it was great to work with Roderick. I get asked if I work with other people other than pharmacists, and yes, I work with physical therapists, nurses, dentists, doctors, a lot of healthcare professionals. You guys are welcome to schedule a meeting with me. And this gives me an opportunity to answer another question. I get asked if meetings are recorded, and the answer is no. If you guys see a meeting with me with another person that I'm helping getting their 26 on speaking, it's because we've talked about this and planned this. This was something they wanted to do. But for 99% of people who schedule meetings with me through speaking26.com, our meetings are not recorded. They are private and confidential. I remember meeting Roderick. Roderick took meetings with me in his car because, as he said, he needed the quietest place possible. And I was impressed by this amount of determination. I liked that. I liked that he was willing to do whatever in order to concentrate, focus, and improve as much as possible, as quickly as possible. This is the kind of determination that this man had. Roderick, I applaud you for that. For those of you that feel like you are doing a lot already, maybe Roderick doing these kinds of things and going from 22 to 26 is inspiration to you. Maybe it's offering some kind of idea to you that you can also use, that you can also apply to get finished with your test and move on with your career. Okay, let's take a look at Roderick's advice specific to the questions. Question number 1. He did not use a speaking template, not when he got 26. As he says in his post, all the times before that, when the highest score he had gotten was 22, he was using a speaking template. He thought that he had to give 2 reasons and 2 examples. But like I showed him, when we look at the scoring rubrics, the scoring rubrics do not mandate, do not require that you must give 2 reasons and 2 examples. Maybe you're hearing from somebody, okay, the scoring rubrics do not say that you have to give it. They do not require that you have to give 2 reasons and 2 examples. But when you do that, it will increase your score. If you're thinking that, or if somebody is telling you that, trying to make you believe that, again, look at Roderick's post. Roderick says that he was able to make the jump by getting rid of this idea that he has to give 2 reasons or 2 examples, by getting rid of the idea that it will give him a higher score if he gives 2 reasons or 2 examples. I have never counted the amount of reasons or examples that I give in my answers that got 30 on speaking. I have never counted the amount of reasons or examples that the people who work with me and get 26 on TOEFL Speaking when they didn't before, as you can see in the videos and posts, I never count their reasons or examples. The scoring rubrics do not even mention the words reasons or examples. Instead, I'm looking to see if people are doing what the scoring rubrics say, progressing their ideas, or in other words, developing their ideas. Impact. Are you saying something that you have memorized, a pre-planned narrative that, like other people who have passed, have given you the advice not to do because it sounds like you're reading, because you kind of are? That's different than speaking spontaneously, which is more advanced. And that's why it's more likely to get the advanced score of 26. I cannot get 26 if I feel like I'm having to come up with 2 reasons or 2 examples. A long time ago, the one time I tried that to give an answer with 2 reasons and 2 examples, I couldn't think. My mind went blank. It felt awful knowing that I can speak well fluently at an advanced level, but not being able to think because I had this overly structured advice in my mind. I immediately knew that that was wrong. And in this video, And with the help of Roderick's post, who went from 22 to 26, I'm trying to share that with you guys, that you don't have, not only do you not have to do that, but by getting rid of that limiting structure, you're going to unleash your fluency. You know, the same way that you believe you are speaking fluently on a day-to-day basis, the thing that is causing you frustration to know that you're fluent, but are getting this low score, and then seeing people who might not be as fluent as you passing, getting 26 and above on TOEFL speaking. You got to go back to a more natural way. You, like me, are limited by the unnecessary structure, by the overly structured format of templates. And not just for question number 1, for all 4 questions. You can see me answering, giving you examples on how to answer in a more natural, organic way, in a non-limiting speaking template way through my YouTube channel, through the playlist titled TOEFL Speaking 30. Congratulations, Roderick. I'm very happy for you. I'm also very thankful that you have encouraged people with your advice, that you have given the formula that you used to go from 22 to 26 on TOEFL speaking in only 3 meetings with me, in only 3 hours with me. You did the work. You applied the things that I was showing you on your own, and you deserve the credit from me and from everybody else who's benefiting from the advice that you gave, telling them how they can also go from 22 on TOEFL speaking to 26 on TOEFL speaking. I say thank you. Congratulations, you earned it. Listen to the advice of other pharmacists who are also telling you to stop using speaking templates and instead start using your natural speaking fluency.
Once you are in the level that you need to become advanced in order to get the 26, you need to get rid of the templates.
Template will hinder your ability to deliver the question, because it shows that you are reading something, or you are not speaking, you are reading.
I was using completely different template or different way. I started to apply your way, and once I started to practice your way, oh, it's easy for me.
That was really good for me. It really helps me, because with this in my mind, I could speak faster, and because I was confident.
It's challenging, but you know, after you pass it, the feeling of victory, it's worth it.
Aaron Speaking gave me some advice to stop using speaking templates, which made me sound like a robot. Hence, using speaking templates restrained my natural ability to speak. As English is my first language, I thought the speaking templates would be enough to get me the 26 that I needed. Unfortunately, it wasn't, and I only scored a 23. Your lack of getting 26 is not due to your speaking ability. It has been due to your less than optimal strategy. When I was young, I first started to ride a bike with training wheels, and at first it was helpful. But then, when I needed to go faster, when I needed to go over jumps, when I needed to make sharp turns, I instinctively knew it was time to get rid of the training wheels.
The templates were like, oh my God, why did they create those templates?
Aaron, you are a big helpful for students like us. We need somebody to like stir revolution in our heart inside, give life to our conversations. And this will never happen through other sites, like they have exact traditional pattern, the template, first, second, for example. Don't say, for example, the second time, for instance. Really? And like robot, I felt myself without life. I don't have the freedom to speak.
You don't have to worry that much about How can I mention 2 reasons with 2 details or 2 examples? It's too much for me. You help students to increase their fluency.
So instead of feeling like you have to give exactly 2 reasons and exactly 2 examples, instead of following that speaking template or any other speaking template, trust your fluency.
For the students who are taking with you, trust this guy. He's amazing. He will shift or improve your level as soon as possible.
Like this, jump my score from 23 to 26, like this. How many hours I took with you? 5. Look at this. 5 hours in 2 weeks. I passed my test.
I hope you keep inspiring and helping more pharmacists and more other students to achieve their goal and become professionals here in the United States.
I advise every pharmacist who needs to get 26. For people who's really, they have concern and they need to do it very fast, go to the original, the source of help.